Sketch made this.
Here's an idea, kid. Don't walk around at night around some abandoned frickin' ship. Oh, another one. Is this some kind of weird meeting place?
Are you Ghouli? No. You are. Oh, I'm not, I swear. That's what Ghouli would say. You're trying to trick me. Look, I can prove it. Just stay where you are, I'll come find you. What if I find you first?
Ooh, you see what I want you to see. Okay.
Most people believe there are two states of consciousness, sleep and wakefulness. But there is a third state, hypnagogia, characterized by dreamlike visions and strange sensory perceptions. It was in this borderland that I found myself frozen on a stranger's bed.
Oh yeah, does Mulder know? Nice to have a Scully voiceover. We haven't had one of those in forever. Ooh, Louis Ferreira. Cuddle young.
Forensic photos indicate that the wounds were made with a sharp-bladed instrument.
We found two knives at the scene. They cut each other up pretty bad.
What's the condition of the girls now?
Both lost a lot of blood. The one, Brianna Stapleton, was like a millimeter away from having her carotid artery severed in the fight. Now, both girls are unconscious in the hospital, but doctors are confident they'll pull through.
They're still alive? Stupid and alive. That's just...
Who reported the attack?
Anonymous 911 call. Didn't leave a name, but the voice was male and sounded panicked. Forensics has a complete workup on the scene with pictures and measurements, but this was left otherwise untouched.
But either way, this meeting was certainly not a coincidence.
Welcome to NCIS X-Files edition.
Okay, thanks. Hey guys, there was one other thing. The EMT said that he heard something when he was treating the victims. He said that the girls asked him if he found Ghouli.
Ging gang Ghouli 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 Ghouli, what you ging gang goo.
Is that Ghouli with an H? It's typical. Teeth, mucus. Ghouli probably feeds on human flesh. Yawn.
The site's only been active for the last couple of months. Mostly fan fiction.
Yeah, this is my problem with modern day monsters, Scully. There's no chance for emotional investment. You know, like Frankenstein and Wolfman. Not only do they inspire bowel-clenching fear, but there was pathos. You know, Frankenstein.
How much fan fiction do you read, Mulder?
There's a lot of money to be made in scaring people. Maybe the girls were manipulated to attack each other in order to goose traffic. Most of the stories are written by an raver.
Oh no, some of the more recent posts on the site have been way more interesting.
We can talk to them at the hospital now.
Bob, double shot cappuccino, extra foam.
Just thank you.
No worries, buddy.
Bob.
Like I wanted to explain Fox was in the middle of the time.
So how did you know to go to the ferry?
You're gonna think I'm crazy. I had a dream.
A song to sing.
It felt real, like I was really living it. And at first it was scary because I couldn't move. Like I was in bed, but it wasn't my own bed.
Someone was next to me, but I couldn't see him. It was just a dark figure, and I jumped out of bed and chased him.
This place is massive. Are you seriously telling me that the country bumpkins from the adopted William have this place now? Okay. What, did they win the lottery? kidding.
Pickup artist, memoirs of a wolf in sheep's clothing. He said his priorities straight.
Definitely Mulder's kid.
Maybe even schizophrenic. I was seeing a psychiatrist. Clozapine, that's an antipsychotic, and diazepam, that's a treat seizures. They were prescribed 2 months ago, and they're still full, so he was off his medication.
Dude, does he have a Sasquatch snow globe? Seriously? Oh, I like the subtle who in the background.
Wow, 3 bodies. What a tragedy.
Keep cracking wise. You have no idea my state of mind.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I didn't get a chance to know you. Or you get a chance to know me or your father. I gave you up for adoption, not because I didn't want you, or because you were any less loved. I was trying to keep you safe. I hope you know that. And maybe I should have had the courage to stand by you. But I thought I was being strong because it was the hardest thing I've ever done. I wish I could have been there to ease your pain. Oh my God, this is so inadequate. I'm just so sorry. I'm so sorry. You've been there the whole time.
No, but I heard enough. You have nothing to apologize for.
This is torture, Mom.
No shit!
I need to get the results.
Okay. We can use the lab here and get a DNA comparison. Be back in 2 hours.
2 hours? Holy shit, that's quick. The fuck? Okay. Wow, you're a dick, kid. You laid there and listened to her absolutely torturously. You asshole! You are definitely Mulder's kid.
Did you take that from his room?
I don't know why I did. Just needed to hold on to something tangible.
The photos will work.
I'll check the video surveillance. This doesn't change anything. Not yet.
He wants us to find him, Mulder.
Really? He seems to have been avoiding you. You found him, and then he laid there and listened to you bawl your eyes out.
Skinner, you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Mulder, double cappuccino, extra foam.
Yeah.
Mulder, I can hear you perfectly.
I'm gonna have to call you back when I get a better connection, all right? Hello? Mulder?
Oh shit.
Mulder is close.
suspect you'll be interested in Project Crossroads. We'll be able to find what we've been looking for.
Nobody's interested in Crossroads, seriously.
Scully, I believe that through the smoking man, you were an unwitting participant in a eugenics program called Project Crossroads, was spearheaded by Dr. Masao Matsumoto. He disappeared 2 years after William was born. I believe our son was one of his test subjects. Jackson knew he was being hunted. So he hid the only way he knew how. He created an alternate reality, playing dead.
So he made us hear the shot.
Are we just gonna sweep the whole I was a test subject thing under the rug?
Those two girls thought they saw a monster.
So, Mulder, where is he now?
I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I didn't think that anyone would get hurt. I thought it'd be funny. I thought it'd be like a prank, you know, like you'd see the ghoulie and you just run away.
What?
Are you ghoulie? No, there's no such thing as ghoulie.
Not Jabba, you kid!
I made up everything on the website.
No, Jackson, that thing attacked me. And the other girl.
You attacked each other. You saw what I projected into your head. Right? It's like this power. I was learning to control it, okay? I just couldn't stop it in time. There was so much blood. It was all just a blur.
That's really messed up.
Yeah, no shit.
Right? It started when I would have my seizures. I could see things.
I'm so glad that injection from Jeffrey
Like
Spender worked.
UFOs, and it hurt like hell. But when I was in pain, I could share it, kind of like mentally.
With who?
This woman, I don't know. She's maybe my birth mother. I can't.
Were you paying any attention to what she was saying?
Everyone around me is in danger. My parents are dead, Bree. But I wanted to say goodbye, okay?
This kid pisses me off, seriously.
Oh no. They found me.
Stop!
Dude, she's fucking FBI! What the fuck?
We shot each other.
Well, who was he shooting at?
He's here.
Jackson! It's safe. It's over.
Oh,
Jackson, we just want to talk to you. Make sure you're okay.
oh, please, step out. Big family reunion, come on. Oh, come on. Oh. Damn, I really thought then.
Anything?
He's disappeared.
Right there. Are you Sal Matsumoto?
Doctor, no, I knew him since high school. He seemed like a nice person. Wish I could know you better.
Safe travels.
Oh. Everybody, so I just got done watching episode 5 of the X-Files season 11, Ghouli, written and directed by James Wong, and just, oh my god, I was thinking, wouldn't it be amazing if we could just have a whole season written by Glenn Morgan and James Wong? And then it dawned on me that I don't think I would emotionally be able to cope with it. This episode was long awaited dealing with the William storyline and finally seeing William. And there was so much hype as to whether we would finally get a reunion between, you know, Mulder, Scully and their kid. Didn't happen. Part of me is gutted about that, of course. But at the same time, this did it in the most X-Filey best way I think it could have done it. Without being... Because I think if they just gave it to us, it wouldn't be as satisfying, no matter how much, you know, no matter how much we think we would be happy with it. I mean, we're talking about a show where we were made to wait for Mulder and Scully to get together for like 7 years. And even then, Chris Carter's like, no, they're in a platonic relationship. So, you know, this is a show where we have to work and wait for stuff. And, you know, yeah, well, you could say we've waited, you know, 17 years for William reunion, but I felt like this was the best way of doing it. That said, can we address how much of a dick William is? I am not even kidding. Just so he's a player, he has 2 girlfriends, and then he thinks, ooh, let's have a bit of fun. Let's make them both believe in this, like, Slender Man-esque horror character. And, you know, let's make them believe in this character, this monster Ghouli. And then encourage them out to this abandoned boat. And, like, his excuse was, oh, I thought you would see the monster and run away. Now, the logic of these girls going out to this abandoned thing at night is so questionable anyway. But, yeah, I mean, they took kitchen knives and everything, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, let's go around and I'm going to hunt this monster down and just run away. Clearly, these teenagers are made of much sterner stuff, because there is no way I would have been sticking around there. But, yeah, no, just, his logic was to do that, pit them against each other, and then just be like, jokes, lols. And I'm just like, okay. And then we get to, right, so I get the whole, and, you know, we had the tagline, you only see what I want you to see and stuff. And I will say, this season has dealt a lot with the idea, and especially, like, with last week's forehead sweat and stuff. This season has really dealt a lot with simulation and false reality and stuff like that. And, I mean, you know, the idea of William having these telepathic powers has been planted in the past. We always thought it would be more telekinetic because of, you know, when he was a baby he moved immobile. And then last season we had the 2... in Founder's Mutation that were telekinetic. But, yeah, no, just... So, he makes believe that he's dead and stuff. And then he lays there. Listens to his mother. I don't care if he doesn't know who this woman is, because obviously... You know, see, that's another thing. He has this connection with her. He's sharing these visions with her. So now we're led to believe that he has no control over that. That actually Scully's been living by the idea that he wanted them to find him and stuff like that. And in actual fact, it's just pure accidental that they have this connection. And that she's seeing these visions. That's kind of sucky. But he lays there, listens to his mother talk, just absolutely in an amazing performance by Gillian Anderson, and some amazing script as well. Because this could have been a lot clunkier in other hands. Chris Carter's. This could have been a lot clunkier, but it was really well done. And, you know, down to the, you know, this feels inadequate. What do I even say? There was stuff in this, I swear, again, very fan fiction-y feel. Right down to the whole, you know, a lot of elements in this that I was just like, dude, I've seen this in other stories. You know what? While I was sat there watching the episode, I had the perfect examples in my head. Now in front of the camera, can't think of them. But no, so he lays there, listens to her absolutely bore her heart out. Clearly not one of the gits that are chasing him down and stuff. And he just lets it go. Doesn't say anything, doesn't break the vision that he's created and stuff like that. And then when she leaves, he's just like, "Woo, I'm alive." What an asshat. And again, even then, he's clearly, you know, having this effect on her, you know, the shadowy figure, the dreams and stuff like that. We get the impression he has control over it when he's doing it to the two girls. But he doesn't when he's doing it to his mum, or what? Are we... This whole... Like, whether he's doing it on purpose or not, it still seems a bit up in the air. But, yeah, just... Yeah, he's a total asshole. So it was a bit, like, jarring when his version... When he appears as the doctor guy from the book, when he appears as the Asian guy to her... He's really, like, insightful and really well, amazing. Like, I couldn't have believed it was from the same, you know, kind of kid. Because it was just so completely different and there was a lot more emotion there than I felt was coming from him in the rest of it. Now, I don't know how much of that was him, because when he was with the girls, he was just like, oh, yeah, my biological mother, whatever, you know, I'm sharing these visions with her, and it's making it easier on me and stuff, but, and I don't know how much of he was palming off, like, just waving off to make it easier for the girls, like, so that, one, they didn't have too much information if he's going on the run. But, yeah, no, I was just like, okay, him as the Asian guy felt like two very different characters, even though, you know, he was supposed to be the same kid kind of thing. But oh my god, is this kid Mulder's? There is no question. You know, we had the whole, you know, with the baseball and the spat, and there was so many little elements that felt like Mulder's vision in Founder's Mutation, both Mulder and Scully's vision of, like, what their kid's bedroom would look like. That felt like a lot was kind of passed over. Now, I know they were both written by the same guy, but, yeah, there were just elements in there that just went, you know, this is totally Mulder and Scully's kid. Right down, and I loved... the Mulder, there was this slight, like, chuckle of, like, pride in a way when he picked up the pickup artist book. And he's just like, he's got his priorities right. And I was like, oh my god. This is definitely... And can we talk about Mulder? Because I feel so bad for him in this episode. And I'm frustrated in a way. I get that the whole thing is the mother-son connection and stuff like that. But poor Mulder, there were little things here and there that were so well done. And kudos to both the direction of Wong and even David Duchovny's performance, where you could see that flicker of emotion, like, in his eyes and stuff, where you were just like, oh, there were the odd looks, or there was this pause, and even, you know, there was that moment where he was like, you don't know my state of mind, you know, kind of right now. That said, I was really frustrated that we did not get even a moment of him on his own. I get this whole that he's being strong for Scully and stuff. So much of the emotion is coming from Scully in that. We don't want to get bogged down. You know, we don't want the episode to get bogged down in just everybody being absolutely emotional. You know, but it would have been nice to just have a moment. I guess we kind of got it in a little way, but I would have loved to have seen more. When Mulder was on his own, or, you know, like I say, we kind of saw it when he was with Skinner, but I would have loved a moment of him on his own, just, you know, kind of like with Wet Wired when he thought Scully might be dead. Just where he sits in his car and he's like, I just would have loved to see a lot more, some moment of raw emotion for him, because you can see he's really, really struggling to process all this stuff and that. And we're talking about a guy that didn't know his son for more than 2 days, and, you know, whatever communication Scully had with him while he was on the run. But yeah, there was some amazing direction in this, not just with Mulder, you know, across the board. But yeah, I felt that was something that was missing, and I think having the cuddles and the touches between them just kind of was really powerful and said a lot and showed how much he was trying to be there for her. But, you know, so much of, like, you know, Mulder's been diagnosed with depression and that, and it's like, yeah, that's because he's probably held a lot in, and I just would have loved to have seen some kind of venting. But no, this episode, just, it's amazing. It's amazingly shot. It takes an interesting concept with the whole, you know, ghost stories and like I say, Slender Man, you know, that kind of urban legend stories that have been created on the internet. I thought it was interesting that it was either a week or 2 weeks before this episode, Ghouli.net went online, and it's been interesting. I've been following that site all week. It's been interesting to see, I don't know what's been funnier, some of the fake encounter stories or people's comments. Some of those have been hilarious, where people have totally latched onto this idea and gone, oh my god, that's amazing, oh no, you know, or, well, I would just stay indoors, you know. So that has been an interesting marketing ploy that has been really fun to watch. And I think it's an interesting, as a show that, you know, was really driven, you know, by the fandom on the net back in the day. And, you know, obviously they've utilised it more in this revival. But it was an interesting way to use that as this kind of, I don't know how long it will be up for, but if you get a chance, check out Ghouli.net, because it's really interesting. It's a really good, really fun, lots of amazing artwork and, you know, concept artwork and stuff. But yeah, no, this episode, amazingly written, amazingly directed. Is it perfect? No. But I would definitely, easily put it on the same level as Glenn Morgan's This. It's just been really, really enjoyable. But in a different kind of way. It's a very different monster, if you will, than this. You know, it's a very different tone, very different what happens. And, you know, the emotion in this, and, you know, just how close we got to William, but at the same time, it was good to not have the meet and stuff, but just to have that hope at the end. And again, that would have been nice to see a bit more reaction, you know, just even David smiled or something in the background. That would have been good. But that reaction at the end, just to see Mulder and Scully get hope, knowing that their son is okay, that meant so much. And it's just a really good story that's a Monster of the Week episode, but a mythology at the same time. It balances that really, really well. I gave this retroactively, I gave that retrospectively a 9 as opposed to the 8 that I gave it originally. I would easily give this an 8.5 to 9. I just see it on the side. I really enjoyed this episode, no matter how emotional. It has problems, little niggly things that I can't think of the top of my head. I'm still questioning how these country Wyoming bumpkins managed to end up in this massive house. But, you know, oh, that was it. The Vanderkamps always end up dead in fanfiction. If Mulder and Scully ever get close to meeting William, it's usually that the parents are dead. So that seemed funny that that carried over. I was just like, wow, I've not seen this trope. Seriously, are the writers just plumb, you know, kind of reading all the fan fictions out there at the moment or something, or what? But yeah, no, I was a bit awkward about that. It was a shame that we didn't really get much more of a feel for you know, it was nice to see that, you know, the psychiatrist was like, no, he loved his parents. He seemed happy with his family and stuff like that. So, you know, what Scully did, he ended up in a good home and stuff. But yeah, no, just, this is an amazing episode. Really enjoyed it. Easily. 8.5, 9 out of 10. It was just really good. That's all I can say. I've waffled on enough about it as it is. And I am so emotionally drained. Seriously, just amazing performances in this. Yeah, that was Ghouli. Next week we've got the Skinner-centric Kitten. I don't know who wrote that one, actually, off the top of my head. We got so much information about who had written and what was the titles were of the first 5 episodes. I don't know, you know, where we're at for these next 5. But the next one is Kitten, Skinner-centric episode, with Haley Joel Osment in. And then after that, we've got a 2-week break because of the Olympics. Bloody Olympics. Who watches that anyway? So that looks really good. Should be a good laugh. And I think it's nice that because we ended on such a hopeful note in a way with this one, I don't feel like it's going to be too jarring going into the next episode. You know, back in season 9, we had Scully give William up for adoption. And then we had Sunshine Days and that. And it was just like, wait, what? Because also, no, we had Sunshine Days. We also had John Doe, didn't we? Or I'm getting confused. Anyway, there were episodes following Scully giving him up. And I was just like, okay, she seems like nothing happened. So it would be nice that, you know, we're not going from a too emotional end here into then a jarring. That would be really distracting if we were just carrying on as if nothing had happened. So I think what Wong did here was a really good job of, you know, it was emotional, but it ended on a hopeful note that we can then lead on to other stuff and not feel like this has been swept under the rug. But yeah, no, looking forward to seeing that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please check out my other videos if you get the chance. Please share your thoughts on this episode. And I look forward to seeing you down in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you somewhere down the line.